B2B and professional service organizations tend to be among the worst offenders when it comes to UX, and there are a couple of core reasons for this. The first is that they very often won't have a clear brand identity or content strategy, and consequently their messaging is very generic and tends to be primarily about themselves. Now, it doesn't matter how well coded this website is, that's never going to make for a good user experience. The other common issue faced by B2B and professional service websites is that they don't tend to put themselves in the shoes of the user and think about how different people will want to navigate the website in different ways. So I'll just illustrate that with an example. So we can have two businesses selling an identical technology solution, maybe even into the same business, but at different levels. And the user experiences are going to be radically different that they each need. So if business A is selling primarily into engineers and people with a real kind of hands-on understanding of that technology, then they're going to be really interested in the product information and the technology surrounding it. Whereas if company B is selling into the same company, same solution, same product, but they're selling it to mid-level managers, then these mid-level managers might be a bit less interested in those product pages, those technology-based pages, and more interested in the use cases or the kind of function and department pages that tell them what that technology means for them individually and for their department. And then finally, perhaps we've got company C selling into the same product, the same technology to the same business, but now to the C-suite, to the really senior decision makers. And again, they're going to have to be communicating a very different message. So yes, the senior decision makers will probably be interested in the use cases, but above all, they're going to be interested in where the market is heading and what their competition is up to. And therefore, sector-specific pages can be really, really valuable to those individuals. Now, not only does this have really profound implications from a UX and conversion point of view, but actually it's quite significant for SEO as well, because by having these additional pages, whether they're use case pages, function and department pages, sector-specific pages, but by having these different pages that are most relevant to our priority audience, we're going to bring in more of that audience in the first place, because it's going to bring in those people making those related search queries. So this really could not be more important. Of course, many businesses are trying to communicate to all three levels, and this is where having secondary navigations can become really important for that UX. Now, this might be starting to sound a little bit more complicated than your typical B2B website structure, but I promise you the impact at both a conversion level, engagement level, and also at a traffic level for SEO is so significant, it really is worth the time to get right. See you next time.